This is a crazy car. And it's probably one of the coolest things that they've ever invented. Let me tell you about it. This thing is built with one wheel in the front that allows it to spin 360 degrees and a bar that allows you to drift around corners. And today, we're going to give it an upgrade. We got ourselves a Mercedes-Benz, boys. And one at that, a convertible one. And what are we going to be doing? We're going to be taking this body and putting it on that crazy car so we're rolling around in style. So let's get started. Going down. I'm quite excited about this thing. The first thing we need to do is get it up on the side, see exactly what it is that we need to take out of the bottom so we can make this thing fit on there. Now, it looks like we're going to have to start taking out all this stuff here in the front so you can get the steering wheel in there. We're going to get all the steering previous components out, the motor. We need to take this other wheel out. And I think besides that, we're pretty close. Honestly, already, this is not going to take much to fit on there. And then the second axle. Like I said, don't worry, we're going to make sure these wheels go back up in here so it looks like we got some wheels and we're like actually drifting around. But I mean, that's a great start. Now, one thing that we got to do, we got all this stuff off of here. Now, we got to do a test fit on the side. Come here. Now, one thing that I want to show you guys is we've got to do some cutting under here, right? We've got to cut this under here to make this fit. We've got to cut under here to get the steering wheel through there. I'm going to take that apart so the hole is not that big. And obviously, we need to remove the seat so this gets down. But our biggest challenge is going to be this grip bar right here. It needs to actuate in order for those wheels to come up and allow the grip to start. So I think what we're going to have to do is cut a hole through here. I have a special thing for that. So I want you guys to stay tuned. And hit that subscribe button because I love making these videos for you guys. Now, let's get back into it. Battery, gone. The other thing we did was go ahead and take the seat off. And I noticed that these bolts were extremely bent. I feel like I need to lose some weight, y'all. Is the cart calling me fat or what? Anyway, so what we're gonna do now is refit the car back to the cart and see what kind of space we're working with. So I'm working on this thing and I can't help but think, who drives a convertible with the windows up? We gotta get this other window off. I just can't. We can't keep going until we get this other window off. Much better. So obviously not ideal, right? We knew that. We knew we were gonna have to cut on this thing, so we might as well get to it. And that's how you remove the floor of a car. All right, guys, after lots of cutting, we moved a whole bunch of stuff. So we got a pile of pieces and parts that need to be finished putting together, throw away what we don't need. Wow, what we need to work on is some of the final touches. It fits on the cart, but we need to work out how we're going to secure the cart to the cart to the cart, right? We're gonna work out how we're going to secure the cart to the cart, and we also need to work out how we're going to put the wheels on it. All right, guys, so we got a rough estimate of kind of where the body's going to go. I went ahead and put a bolt down in there and a bolt down in there from the original seat mounting holes on the crazy cart. Now I want to take a break and I want to work on the shifter. I have a really cool idea for the brake lever, or quote unquote brake lever that's actually the drift lever for the crazy cart. It's going to be really cool. What I have this old scrap metal right here. I'm going to cut a piece off and we're going to be able to use that to attach to this right here. And I have a super sick Gretty exhaust shift knob that I ordered special just for this. Isn't that sick? I'm so excited to put it on. So we're gonna make the drift bar and then we can know exactly where we're gonna cut the hole right here for the drift bar to come out. I'm gonna put the outside shell of the door back on. You guys are gonna see. It's gonna be really cool. But the drift bar is gonna come through right here so we can have an actual drift bar. And just like that, we got ourselves a drift handle. Don't worry, we're gonna clean it up. I know it's a little rusty. So I made this whole thing for the thing to go on, and this is not even the right threads. Can you believe that? So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna take a bolt, we're gonna shove it down in this pole, weld it right there, grind it off, and that's gonna be what we need. So let's do that instead. That ain't bad. I'm gonna let her cool down a little bit, but that's gonna be the drift bar. I think in the meantime, I'm gonna clean out some of this paint. This rust in this paint doesn't look very good, so I think we're gonna clean that up real quick. Alright, we got a lot of it sanded down. We got most of the rust off. That was the most important part. Now, it's time for a test fit. I haven't done this yet. Moment of truth. If this doesn't fit, none of this works. Let's go! It looks so good! It fits on there perfectly too. It's not crooked at all. Eyeballed to the max. Let's go. It's gonna be something like this, which is gonna look sick. So I drilled a hole in the bottom of this, stuck a screwdriver in there because I don't have the bolt yet. So now we really need to mount this to the cart, cut a hole for this bar, see how far we need to actuate it based on what we're gonna hook it up to. We're almost there. I know I've said it, but we are almost there. It's so exciting. So before we get the body completely on, we need to make sure this is 100% in working. And I was doing some planning here, and it looks like this rubber handle that was on the crazy cart might just fit on there. So I think this is gonna look pretty cool up next to our Grady exhaust shifter. Oh, it does fit. Let's go, it does fit. We're probably gonna need to cut out this hole on the end to make it fit over this, so it'll have something to sink down to whenever our shift knob goes on there. And we're gonna need to get this painted and maybe a little bit of soap on it before we can get this on there. So what I think we should do now that we know this is gonna go on there and we have this bracket already put in for this, we need to do the crazy part and cut this off so we can go ahead and attach the bar that's going to attach this to this. And in order to do that, we're going to use the linkage that came off of the Mercedes steering, and it actually has the VIN number for the Mercedes on it. Can you believe that? Kids' cars have a VIN number on there. So the idea is this is going to go just like this, and when this bar actuates backwards, it's going to actuate this backwards, just like so. Raising this bar and putting us into our drift. Now on initiation, I do want this to be a little bit further forward so you have room to go back and you know you're going back with it. So I'm thinking something like that, just along that axis, is probably going to be perfect. So what I'm going to do now is just mark the hole where I want that to go, again in a somewhat of a forward position, so that when we pull it back it sets the drift. This is just like the go-kart bumper that I made. It really hurts to cut it off because, you know, I have so much love for it. I've ridden this thing so many times, but we gotta do what we gotta do for you guys, for the content. If you guys haven't checked out the go-kart video, check it out. It's really cool. Safety first, guys. There she is. All right, so we just got it mocked up a little bit to make sure it's gonna work here. Oh my goodness! That works so much better than I expected. I'm so excited. Now that we got the body pretty much we know where it's going to be, I'm going to go ahead and put the body back on fully, right? I'm going to go ahead and get the body back on fully, go ahead and bolt it down so we know exactly where it's going to be, so we can go ahead and cut a spot for our drift bar. Now that we got it made, we need to have a spot for it to go right here on the edge of the cart. So let's do that right now, because we need these drifts right now. Now that the body's completely secured back onto the cart, we can go ahead and cut the hole for the drift bar that we just made. So we got the drift lever in the spot that it's going to be. I'm not going to completely tighten it up yet because I want to fix this right here. This being super floppy on the front, I'm not really happy about, and I think I have a solution for it. When I first got this cart, this is what it had in the front to hold this front bumper up. Now, of course, I had to cut it out to be able to make sure that this could fit on the cart and the motor could go under there. But if I get it back underneath there and I'm able to weld it to the bottom of the crazy cart, it should hold this up just fine. So what I want to try and do is test fit this and see if there's room for it underneath there. So after looking at it for a minute, I think I have the perfect spot for it.
And that's how you turn a kid's toy into a drift machine.
Taking big shots, just stop where I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot, I ain't playing like a 6-spot. Pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot. I ain't missing cause you know I'm taking big shots. Just stop where I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot.
Alright guys, we made it out here to the lake. It's a beautiful day. As you can see, we've got plenty of camera equipment to get put on the crazy cart, and we're gonna get this ride started. Alright boys, let's get it.
See the sky chrome, skipping through my problems like I'm on a jump rope. Running for the green, got you blind on high hopes. All of these illusions so confusing, oh no. Don't believe everything.
It's so much fun, I don't care who you are.
Trees, could they ever grow leaves? Don't believe everything that you see. I wanna be right here, right now. Right here, right now. I've been undeveloping my OCD, shipping my anxiety overseas, making paper planes out of OCPs, feeling like a kid again, I'm so...
We did not fit. Holy shit. Oh. See what our damage is looking like here. Okay, we definitely broke the front mount, but that's okay. Part of the adventure. Let's get back to it.
Let's go.